All right, just in case you need some assistance with these problems, I'm going to give you a little bit of a tutorial on what we're doing in our student book or on this screen. So using the give and take strategy, what can you do? Well, you can go ahead and write that in here. 92 plus 48 is the same as, I'm going to say 92 plus 8, which equals 100. I'm going to make that a little bit bigger. And 48, and since I took 8, I have to give 8. So 48 minus 8 equals 40. And then I'm going to add those two together and write the answer right here, 148. So show your work, show your give and take in these boxes, show your answer in this box. Akiko wants to add 98 and 43. What is an easy way for Akiko to add these two numbers? Solve the problem and show your work. This is the same kind of problem, you just need to write it out. On slide 10, Jamal is playing add and round tens with a partner, which we just learned. He got a 2 and an 8 and a 3 and a 7 on his first turn. He wrote them down as he spun and wound up with 28 plus 37. Round these numbers to the nearest 10. So 28, you're going to put the rounded number here, and the 37, you're going to put the rounded number here, and then you're going to add them together and put the sum here. What is the sum of his actual numbers? Then you just have to do this problem. What is 28 plus 37? Show your work there. And then what is the difference between the sum of his rounded numbers and the sum of his actual numbers? So what is the difference? That's a subtraction problem. The challenge, the next time they played add and round tens, Jamal and his partner decided to change the rules so they can arrange the numbers they spin to make any two-digit numbers they want. On his first turn, Jamal got these 4 numbers. Arrange the numbers to get the lowest possible score. Remember, your score is the difference between the sum of the actual numbers and the sum of the rounded numbers. So that's your challenge. It requires some thinking. And then I've given you a page in your student book, to page 75, that I'd like for you to try. This is just reminding you what a fact family is and how all of the numbers in the fact family work together. This is your example. It shows an array, 3 rows and 4 columns. 3 times 4 equals 12. That's our area. There are 12 little squares. Same if you turn it on its side. 4 times 3 is 12. Then you know that 12 divided into 3 groups equals 4. And 12 divided into 4 groups equals 3. 1 group of 3, 2 groups of 3, 3 groups of 3, 4 groups of 3. 12 divided by 4 equals 3. So I'd like for you to go through these fact families and fill in the blanks. And then on the next slide, it's similar, except for you do not have the arrays. So this is what the fact family looks like. You can see that all of these numbers interact with each other. 2 times 5 equals 10. 5 times 2 equals 10. 10 divided by 2 equals 5. 10 divided by 5 equals 2. Can you figure out what this number should be? The number at the top of the triangle is always going to be the product of the number at the bottom. So 2 times 8 equals this number. And in this case, you have the product. So you need to know what 10 times something equals 60. And here, what times 5 equals 20. Once you figure out the blank spot on the fact family, you'll be able to fill in all of the equations. All right, great. Thank you. Have fun.